What's going on, you guys? So today I just want to talk very briefly about setting intentions for your day in life, becoming more self-aware, consistency, and building self-trust. And basically all of these things are related and will be super helpful for you. So if you set intentions for your day in life, you are building habits for the person that you want to be, right? So the future behaviors, that person you want to be, like you can just be that now. Like what would they do today? Oh, they'll definitely go to the gym today. Oh, they'll definitely, work on their business for 4 hours. They'll definitely do this and that, right? So like there's certain intentions that you can have for your day that will snowball into a year from now, 2 years from now. And you'll start to see those effects compound. And all you need to remember is you can tell someone's future by their habits today. So if you keep, for example, sleepwalking through your day and doing all of the same habits you normally do, go to work the same way, do the same job, like you're not like expanding and getting out of your comfort zone and growing, then it's likely that you're not going to grow and become that person you want to be, because you're not changing anything about your current habits. Which should be a good reminder for you here to reconsider your current habits, like what you can tweak to optimize your day in a way that you're leading it and basically acting as that future person now. So this turns into you becoming self-aware, like, okay, is this habit helping me, or is this habit maybe one that I should tweak or reconsider, maybe replace it with another one, right? So you're becoming more aware of your habits, like, oh man, like I really do always, wake up a little too late, or I hit the alarm in the same way, or do, like, I wash myself in the shower the same way, like I always walk the same way to work, or drive the same way to work, like you're not changing anything, which is why nothing's changing. I know it's like so simple and it sounds so funny, but the amount of people who are sleepwalking through their days is gigantic. So this is just a reminder. I want you to start becoming more self-aware with what you're doing in your day, right? Because you always do the same things, you're going to get the same results. It's the definition of an insanity. Like you're on a hamster wheel, basically. Like you're doing the same thing and expecting different results. And so consistency, number one, right? Consistency with the habits that aren't feeding the life you want, it's just going to stay the same as where it's at now. Now, consistency with building new habits is going to maybe get you in the positive direction that you want to go, and you're going to be closer than ever to your future self, like that dream life or your vision. And if you can show yourself that you're consistent during your days, right, like to these habits, or even just at a different level, right, like if you can be consistent, show yourself, that means that you're going to trust yourself that you're always going to do that 4 hours of work on your business every day, or you're always going to go to the gym at the same time every day, even if you don't really feel like it. Like you're always just going to get the work done regardless of the motivation level or the energy level. And funny enough, you always feel better once you started, and afterwards too, you'd be like, I'm so glad that I did that. So start considering some of your habits and actions, which ones will be helpful for you to be consistent with, which ones you might want to swap out for new, more productive habits that will get you closer to that future self. And then we already kind of talked about this, but this all builds self-trust, right? I mean, if you constantly show up for yourself, you're not breaking those promises to yourself anymore, or breaking those boundaries. So now you are who you want to be and who you say you are to yourself. Like you can tell other people that you're doing the work, and if you're not doing the work, then you can't fool yourself. And I think that's a perfect place to end this video. So I really hope this helps. If it did, consider liking, subscribing, And I do a lot of different videos like this in hopes that it'll really help you improve some area of your life, and you might take some valuable information away from it, or it will at least remind you and get you back on track. So if it helped, let me know in the comments, and just enjoy the rest of your day. By the way, I wanted to tag one last thing onto this video. I think this will be helpful for you. So I want you to really consider whether you're being intentional now or not. And the best way I can put this is, are you doing everything that you think you're supposed to do? Are you doing what you've been told you're supposed to do? Right? Like, the best example I can give is, imagine that every day you're in a river, floating down the stream, floating down the river, and there's two versions of you. There's one that's like literally just floating, right? And the river takes them wherever it wants to go, right? Like, people make decisions for you. You know, like, you're letting the day kind of control you, right? Like, well, I guess I'm going to work now. I'm guessing doing this. I'm guessing, and of course, you know, we all have things that we do normally, right, to support ourselves. Though the other example of you, right? Like, imagine that you were a bit more intentional and you were swimming, like, focused on where you wanted to go. Like this is the direction I want to go. Like, it might be a little challenging, but at least you're swimming in that direction, right? Or maybe you have like paddles and you're on a boat, right? Like, you could be, I mean, even the same example, right? Like, you could be in a boat with no way of steering it and you're just floating. You're kind of at the mercy of life. Or you could have some paddles and you can steer yourself a bit more in the direction that you want to go. Be more intentional. I hope this helps. You got this.